Good morning, everyone. Namaste. We are going to be reading out of Don't Believe Everything That You Think, Why Your Thinking is the Beginning and End to Your Suffering. And we're still in chapter 5. If we can only feel what we're thinking, don't we need to think positively? Our natural state of being is joy, love, and peace. Therefore, any thinking we do is only taking us away from those natural states of being, which is why we never feel highly stressed. We have a lot of thinking going on. The strength in the negative emotions we feel is directly proportional to how much thinking we are doing at that moment. On the other hand, the intensity of the positive emotions we feel is inversely proportional to the amount of thinking that we do at that moment. In other words, the less thinking we have going on, the stronger the positive emotions that we feel in the present. And that is why meditation and yoga are very important for people to get into, because meditation allows you to just kind of clear everything. You can even call in God, source, to come and be with you, the universe, to just really kind of be in a state of bliss. And it does take time to get to that point. But once you learn how to get to that point, you can get to that point very quickly. So what I'm dealing with right now in my spiritual journey is just observing thoughts, not having any sort of reaction to the thoughts, allowing them to come up to be processed, but to just observe them and not really have a reaction to them and let them be released and go. Every time you have a thought that comes into mind, you don't have to attach to that way of thinking. You don't have to attach to that thought. You can allow that thought to come up, be processed, and acknowledge it, but not more in a state of observation. And that would be what I would recommend. And if you wake up in the middle of the night with a lot of thoughts going on, try going into meditation and calling in God, source, the universe, whoever it is, to just come and be with you. And if you have any thoughts coming up, just try and observe them, but allow them to be processed to go through. It says, to see the truth in this, recall a few other memories when you are highly stressed and anxious and see how much thinking was going on then. Take about 1 to 2 minutes to do this. Then recall a few memories where you were at your happiest and felt the most joy and love and see how much thinking you had going on at that time. Take another 1 to 2 minutes to do that. To do this before moving to really experience and internalize the truth of what you see. My mentor taught me an analogy that helped crystallize this concept. Imagine our mind as a speed monitor, like a car, but instead of miles per hour, it's thoughts per minute. That's hilarious. The more thinking that we have going on, the higher the thought-o-meter goes. And if we have enough thinking going on, it'll go until the red zone. This is why we feel incredibly stressed, burned out, frustrated, and angry. It is not the content of our thinking that causes us stress, but that we are thinking, period. The amount of thinking that we have going on directly correlates to the magnitude of stress and negative emotions that we are experiencing at any given moment. When you are experiencing a lot of frustration, stress, anxiety, or negative emotions, get outside and go for a walk. LOL. Know that it is because you are thinking. The intensity of these emotions is directly correlated to how much thinking is going on. Therefore, it is not what we're thinking about, but what is causing us to suffer is that we are thinking. To summarize, we do not have to try to think positively to experience love, joy, bliss, and positive emotions. We want, because it's our natural state to feel those emotions. The only time we don't naturally feel these emotions is when we begin to think about the thoughts that we're having, thus blocking the direct connection to infinite intelligence. And if we feel stressed, anxious, and depressed and fearful, It's not about the content of our thinking, but that we're thinking, which is the root cause of our suffering. The intensity of the negative emotions is directly correlated to the amount of thinking that we have going in the present. The less thinking that we have, the more space we create for positive emotions to naturally surface. So again, I agree. And, make sure that you're doing self-care for yourself on a daily basis. I'd like to do at least an hour. Like I said, go walking. I walk every day. I get out in nature all the time. Hence why I make all those videos. And I sometimes just sit in the backyard and watch the birds and squirrels and the bunny rabbits, or the butterflies, and depending on the mood. But you have to make that conscious effort through meditation daily and through getting out into nature daily to regroup yourself into a state of bliss. That's why we have those tools that we can access at any given time. If you're always on the go, 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 and all you care about is work and getting everything done, I mean, how do you expect to ever live in a state of bliss? So I hope this helps. I love you all. Have a blessed day, and namaste.